What's up, everybody? Welcome to My Pop Heart. I am your host, Meli. Ding. Welcome back for another episode, guys. We are back here, and it's time to get into some of the things. So, today it's going to be a mixture of topics. Today, we're going to be talking about some K pop slash. Is it really K pop when they're like crossing over to America? K pop slash pop music from our girls, Blackpink. And we're going to talk about the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. I know y'all have heard so many different opinions and heard so many stories and theories and everything, but I'm going to give you my theory and my opinions on all of that because we are still catching up, y'all. You'll know. Y'all know my timeline of things is just a little off. So the next few episodes will just be like me catching up on things, even if it's old. We're going to talk about some old, new, all of the above. So we will be talking about some Oscar news too, about the winners, some of the movies that came out, and what I think on everything, including the performances. So first, we're gonna kick it off with some K-pop, K-pop slash pop. I don't know. It's really tricky. Like, tell me what you think in the comments, because it's K-pop, but they're like crossing over to the like American pop, and they feature American pop artists. So I'm like, is it still called K-pop if they're like, and they're speaking English in the whole song? So I'm like, okay, I don't know. Let me know. Okay, so first we got Jenny and Doechii. So Jenny and Doechii just came out with the music video for Extra Large. Oh my gosh. So Jenny and Doechii's video for Extra Large was so good. These Blackpink girls, they are coming with it. All three of them, Jenny, Lisa, and Rose. Like, oh my gosh. Such a good song, such a good video, really good. Do I see it being top of the charts? Maybe not. I think it's a good song. It has a really good. I like the beat. I like the beat. I like the beat. I really like it. I like the song. I don't see it being like a big pop song, but I think it's pretty good. And Jenny is she's coming for that K-pop crown because Rose did her thing with Bruno Mars. That's the next one. Rose and Bruno Mars in APT apartment. That song is so good. Everybody knows that song. That is easily becoming one of those songs that is just like almost every generation have heard that song or probably saw it on like TikTok or something. You have older people singing it. You have the younger, you have the teenagers, the little kids. Whenever I went over to my sister's house, my niece was singing it. I was like, oh my God, you know this song too. And it was like, but it, but it. Like, it's such a cute song. And she sounds a little bit like Avril Lavigne. It was giving like a pop Avril Lavigne, pop rock kind of sound. If you just like close your eyes and listen to it, like you can tell she was definitely inspired by Avril Lavigne, which I love because who doesn't love those early 2000s like pop rock songs where they're just yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that one takes the cake for me out of the three that we're going to talk about. But the latest one that came out was with Lisa. We love Lisa. Lisa was like the Normani of Blackpink, where her voice wasn't as strong, but her dance moves, oh my god, she's known for her dancing. Her dancing was just, oh, she is a dancer. Homegirl is a skilled, trained dancer. Love Lisa, and she's easily one of the favorites. But she came out with a song called Born Again, and that features Doja Cat and Ray. I think it's a good song. I like it. I like the song. I also like the beat. But Something I'm just not into. I believe I talked about this on the previous episode. I am not into the whole like bringing in like religion into it. I feel like it's so old and played out. And so this video was very much that, very much that. And then it also makes me feel uncomfortable because Doja Cat. We've all seen that transformation of Doja Cat recently, and how she really is like taking this whole demonic demon devil thing too far. And she's saying that it's because like people were already telling her that she sold her soul and she's an Illuminati and she's a witch and demon, so she's gonna take it to another level. And it's just like it's not cool because at the end of the day, like religion is a big part of people's lives. And I honestly feel like out of all the religions, Christianity is the one that is picked on the most and that is brought into art, even if it is art and art, both. I feel like it has been picked on the most or the most attacked, and it's weird to think about it because it's like you think about other religions. Oh my God, someone will get canceled so fast if someone is just like turning someone's religion. They would get canceled so fast. It's like I don't know. So I think it's a good song. I like the song. The video's just like a little, and it was just like the cherry on top with Doja. But I like all of their verses. I like Ray's verse so much. I love Ray. I'm telling you, Ray really is just she is the future of music, and we are going to be all right while we're on our break from Adele for the next 4 years. We are going to be all right because we are in the hands of Ray, and she is going to just give us some really good music and ballads and all of the above. Oh my gosh! And I want to hear what she does with a male feature on her song, like a good ballad. Like we need a good ballad. Who would I pair her up with to just give us the next Die with a Smile? We Die with a Smile with Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. So good, so good. And it was just what we needed. It was like, wow, we weren't asking for this, but we needed this. Yeah, it definitely felt like that. I want Ray to give us that too. I think Die with the Smile is still big in our hearts and still like our jam. But I say give it about 4 more months and we're gonna need something. And like who would I pair up Ray with? I pair Ray would be paired up with maybe Ray and Zayn. Maybe Ray and Zayn from One Direction. He has a really good song with is what they says Sia, Dusk Till Dawn, and that was really good. And out of all the guys in One Direction, I believe Zayn might have the most range. Then again, Harry Styles. I would love to see that pairing too, Harry Styles and Ray. Oh my gosh. I can hear that. I can hear it. Shoot, do both. Both. Both of them. Yeah, I would love that. But the K-pop girlies are bringing it. They said this is their year. It's 2025. It is time to get it poppin'. I think they're coming in through this like side door also. Like I feel like their labels or maybe them, they are being very smart because most of the pop girlies, their albums already dropped like last year and music's already came out and everything. So these three K-pop artists, they're definitely like coming in there at such a good sweet time. Honestly, they're coming in. at a time where we always need new music. That's why it's like one of those things. I'm bouncing on to another subject. I'm telling you, this is. I honestly feel like sometimes I need a co-host to anchor me, to anchor me to something, because I really can't just bounce around. That's just how my mind is. Mind of an ADHDer. But making music, like we always need new music. If we listen to a whole album, what is that, like 45 minutes to an hour? Listening to an album front to back, and then we replay the songs that we love and that we like. But we always have this hunger for new music. So, any artists, any musicians that are listening to me right now or watching me right now, continue to make your music. Everyone is always looking for new music all of the time. I'm constantly looking for new music, but I also have a list on my phone and my notes with like 15 albums that I have not listened to that I still need to, which I really have been brainstorming on that, and I really might do like something with that. But yes, people, we want the new music, so keep making y'all's music. Keep, if that is your dream, do it. If that is your hobby, do it. If that's just something you're doing for fun, do it, because people are always looking for new music, and people always have an ear. Even if the ear is negative, at least you can count them as one of your listeners. But yes, that's all for the K-pop music segment. I don't know what I'm gonna call that. I'll think of something. K-pop. Ooh. My K-pop heart. K-pop heart. Right? My K-pop heart. Okay. So now we are going to talk about Kendrick Lamar's halftime show. You've heard thousands of theories and what they've thought, and I'm sure that y'all were watching the Super Bowl when it premiered. And depending on what group that you're watching the Super Bowl with, you either thought it was complete trash or you thought this was good. This is revolutionary. Or you thought, what the hell is he saying? Or you thought, oh my god, I love SZA. And to be honest, for me, all of the above. All of the above with the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. Legit, I thought all of those things. All of them. It was I was with an interesting group of people whenever I watched the Super Bowl, and my friend, which is my age, I'm 30, she is 29, and she only listens to like country and Chris Brown. She only listens to country and Chris Brown, and she's also dating a fellow, a man, and he's 55. So, um, it really can affect what you think about a performance or what you say about a performance, or it depends on the group that you're with. If I was with a more urban, that's a little inside joke that me and my friends have. But no, if I was a different crowd, a crowd that like listens to rap, a black crowd, honestly, because I'm telling you, no one, no one understood the Super Bowl halftime show more than a person that is black. Because Kendrick Lamar is all for the black culture, black community, and really just making making art through that and showing our side and our point of view and what we go through on a day to day and the struggles, and really just showcasing that and really making beautiful art through that. So maybe I would have saw it in a little bit of a different light. But I watched it right before press and record today, and honestly, oh my god, it is so much better than I watched it the first time. The first time I was watching it, and I knew that there were so many different hidden meanings, and things that you have to look out for while watching it. I knew it. I was just like, okay, I'm not fully understanding this right now, but I know tomorrow there's going to be a list of videos on YouTube that is explaining it, that's breaking it down, the Easter eggs, the true meanings of everything. So I knew that that was a thing. I was just like, okay, I'm not really fully understanding this, but I will tomorrow. After watching that second time, I mm, I love the storytelling. I love the storytelling. I love what he was doing. I did love what he was doing, and the Samuel L. Jackson and SZA and all of that. I wish we could have got some of the throwbacks. You know, I wish we could have got some of the throwbacks. He has some really good throwbacks, some really good ones, really good throwbacks. I wish we would have got more of that because it's Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, if you chose to do the Super Bowl halftime show, you throw in your new songs, obviously. You got to promote those new songs. But it's mostly like medleys of your classics. And he has so many. And he performs on them like Humble. Oh, Humble's so good. All the Stars. All the Stars is one of my favorite collabs with him and SZA. They have so many. I think they have 6 or 7. But All the Stars is maybe my favorite. And it came from one of my favorite Marvel movies, Black Panther. So I love that. I love that he did those. But he has so many. Oh my God, there's Poetic Justice. And I'm going on like the mainstream stuff. Obviously, Super Bowl, they're not going to perform the fan favorite songs that are not playing on the radio. The first time, I literally would have graded it a maybe a 5, and then watching it the second time with a different lens and just like watching it alone and not having someone being like, "What is this? What song is this? I don't know who this rapper is." And then like her boyfriend looking completely like, "What in the hell is this ghetto mess?" He legit was like, I could just read it on his face, and it's so. He didn't say it, so that's the important part. But watching it that second time, and literally just watching it by myself and really just focusing on it, I thought it was amazing. I give it an 8. I give it an 8. And plus, I've seen a couple of those videos of like the deeper meaning of everything, like the PlayStation, like game, and Samuel L. Jackson, Uncle Sam, like all of that. But I give it an 8. The Oscars was this week, and honestly, guys, I don't know what the I don't know what the F. I've literally looking through the list. I've only watched one of the movies, and that is Wicked. I went to the theaters and I watched Wicked twice. That's the only one. Actually, I saw The Substance. Hmm. I saw The Substance and I saw Wicked, and they both deserved more. I think I think Demi has been getting praise. She did win a couple of other awards, but Wicked did not win. I think the only let's see, Wicked won for costume design. Okay, okay, costume design. Wicked. They better have won that. The costumes were off the chain, but that was it. This whole award season, they didn't win anything. But definitely go watch Wicked. But they should have gotten more love, honestly. I'm only going to go through some of these because, again, the only two that I've watched is Wicked and The Substance. So, winner for Best Director was Sean Baker for Anora. Anora on the list of movies does seem like the next movie that I would watch. Out of the whole list, Anora does seem very interesting. I don't know if I want to waste my life on Amelia Perez. I probably should give it a chance. I probably should. I probably should watch Amelia Perez and give it a chance instead of, because the stuff that I've heard of Amelia Perez. We'll talk about it in a little. Best director got was Anora, about sex work. Shout out to the sex workers. Cinematography, The Brutalist. I've not seen that movie. Actress in a supporting role winner was Zoe Saldana, and Amelia Perez. Have not seen it. I know that they are lighting her motherfucking ass up on Twitter. They are lighting Zoe up. They really do not like her. They really do not like Zoe Saldana because of the movie Amelia Perez, and she did press after she won, and one of the reporters asked about, so what do you think about the Mexican people being like offended by this movie? How the movie basically makes Mexico look like it is such a bad place, and drugs and cartel and killing and everything, which, the climate currently in America, it's just bad timing. Bad timing. So, and her response was just like, I'm sorry, the Mexican people felt that way, but this movie was not about Mexico. This is about women. I didn't see it that way. So basically, like, piss off. That's basically what she said. And so a lot of people, oh my gosh, yeah. The Mexicans right now are like livid. And Spanish people in general, Latin people in general are like livid towards this movie. I wonder what the trans community think of this movie though. I haven't heard anyone from the trans community. Maybe I should look into that because it is also a movie about a very powerful person in the cartel that transitions a man into a woman. And I haven't heard anything from that community praising the movie or downing the movie, and like the representation in that movie. I wonder, I don't know. That's something to look into. I might check it out. I might. And honestly, I might check out most of the movies that are on here. Don't hold me to it because I'm still going to be working on that list of albums I still need to listen to. And Short and Sweet Deluxe just came out, so I need to like, that's also added to the list. Actress in a leading role. The winner was Mikey Madison and Honora. Oh, my girl Cynthia was in this category. And even Demi Moore. She did really good in The Substance. But I have to watch Honora. So I can't really speak on it. Mikey Madison does seem so sweet. I did watch an actress roundtable with her, Demi, Cynthia, I believe maybe Angelina Jolie or Nicole Kidman. Yeah, and she's just really sweet and soft spoken. And so, like, seeing that her personality is like that, even her acceptance speech, she's just very, like, sweet, soft spoken, quiet. So, she probably really had to, like, transform for this role, being a sex worker, being a stripper slash prostitute that gets in trouble and everything. Like, so she might have earned that Oscar. I have to watch Honora in order to give a yay or nay, but yeah. Actor in a supporting role, Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain. But he's been in business for a while, and he's really had just like a big like sprout in Hollywood the past few years. He was also in that show Succession and other movies that he was in being like nominated. So he's really just had this like big renaissance. So I'm happy for Kieran Culkin because out of the Culkin brothers, he was maybe runner up that we've all grown up thinking in our mind that it was going to become a big movie star. We obviously thought the one that played in the Home Alone movies and My Girl and all of those other movies would become the biggest star. And so it's pretty cool seeing that his brother, his younger brother, is sprouting out there, and you always got to root for the underdogs because he's definitely an underdog. And I loved his speech; was so cute. One of the cutest speeches. I've been watching award shows for years, and he had one of the cutest speeches to his wife. So cute. Actor in a leading role. Adrian Brody in The Brutalist. Everybody knows that Adrian Brody puts his whole pussy in every role that he has. So there's not even like an argument on like if he deserved it or not. Because I'm pretty sure if I watched The Brutalist, I'd be like, hell yeah, Adrian Brody. Looking at the list, okay, I did watch The Apprentice, which Sebastian Stan, which he did an amazing job. I haven't watched any of the other ones. And Coleman Domingo, I am a new lover of you. Like as a fan, you are amazing. I'm gonna say this right into the camera. I love you, Coleman Domingo. Hopefully one day I get to act alongside of you or just take any advice from you, even if we never act together, just to be able to talk to you, just to let you know that like you are one of the greatest actors of our generation. You are up there. You are so like you put your all into every role that you're in, and you literally could play like a pizza man with two lines in a movie, which you've never, and you could just make us all fall in love with this pizza man. And like you can see his struggle and how he's, only working as a pizza man because his wife's at home with the kid that is sick in bed, and we just all feel it. But good job to you, Adrian Brody, and how funny was that kiss? How cool, funny, nostalgic was that kiss with him and Halle Berry? His first Oscar that he won, how he grabbed Halle Berry without her permission and kissed her. I believe 2003, 2004, 2005, one of those. And so this year, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen it. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all haters commented, was like, that's so inappropriate in front of his wife. That's so messed up. Halle Berry, so many years later, 20 years later, does the same to him on the red carpet. She grabs him. She apologizes to the wife first. She's like, sorry, Georgina, I got to do this. And then she grabs him and kisses him, recreates that moment. I didn't think it was a big deal. And it really wasn't a big deal, honestly. They're actors. They kiss people on the daily that they're not in love with. You guys, you have to separate it. I love how people separate Hollywood and just living like a regular life out here that's not in Hollywood. They like to separate that when it benefits them and who they love and the artists that they love and everything. But then when it comes to stuff like this, you're just like, oh my God, if a woman would have did this to my wife, we are not the same. We are not the same, guys. Not saying that one is greater or less than the other. Not saying that at all. I'm saying that we are not the same, so you cannot really compare that to a lady walking up to your husband in the grocery store and grabbing him and making out with him. These are actors. He's married, she's in a relationship. Don't you think if Halle Berry was really trying to take her man, that she would have did that in private and not in front of dozens of cameras that are pointed at her and people all around and his wife standing right there? Come on, be real, guys. It's show business, and these are all entertainers, and she did that for like a moment to be like, oh my God, like Oscar moment that went viral years ago. Here's another one for you. And I love that. It's show business, baby. Okay, and last but not least, Best Picture. I'm going to read out all of the nominees: Honora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. And the winner for Best Picture at the Oscars 2025 is Honora. Oof. I would have given it to Wicked. I would have given it to Wicked. Oh, okay. I would have given it to Wicked. And speaking of Wicked, that leads us into the performances of the night. Okay. Y'all, I've never watched an Oscar performance that many times in a row in my life. Oh my gosh. That performance was crazy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande performed at the Oscars this year. I believe they opened up the Oscars. And oh my gosh, my Wizard of Oz and the Wiz heart exploded. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hopefully that just happened. Okay. So Ariana and Cynthia open up the Oscars with this beautiful, beautiful, like Wizard of Oz universe medley. And it was just, well, it really wasn't like a medley. It was a mixture of the movies. Anyway, Ariana started out with Somewhere Over the Rainbow, sung beautifully. She is, yeah, you expect nothing less than great from her. So that was powerful and beautiful. And then Cynthia came in and she performed Home from the movie The Wiz. A lot of y'all probably have not watched The Wiz, but definitely find it. I don't know if it's on Hulu. It might be on Hulu or HBO Max, The Wiz, or Peacock, maybe. Such a great movie. And it's a more basically black version of The Wizard of Oz. It has a lot of iconic celebrities that are in that movie. The two that I can name, the two biggest ones that I can name right now, it's Michael Jackson as the Scarecrow and Diana Ross as Dorothy. Iconic. Iconic. And so no one really talks about The Wiz as much. And so it was nice that Cynthia performed that song Home from The Wiz. And then they both came together and they did Defying Gravity, one of these songs of the year last year. Defying Gravity was just, oh, such a powerful song and just, it brings anybody to tears. Great movie. And that song topping it off was just, oof, bravo. I loved it. I really did. I really did love Defying Gravity, and she sung it just like the movie. It is crazy. And she does it so effortlessly. Any other singer that would hit those notes, literally, you could see the veins popping out in their necks and on their forehead, and they're just like really trying to like get those notes out. And her, she just does it so effortlessly, and she fucking clears. I loved it. She did absolutely amazing. They both did absolutely amazing together. They deserved more praise than what they got. But that's neither here or there. Also, another performance, they did a James Bond tribute. And that James Bond tribute, there was Jenny that started, nope, not Jenny. It was Lisa. It was Lisa from Blackpink. She started out. She did amazing. I think she did really good. Vocals were good. Dancing was all the way good. Like I said, she was like the Normani of her group. So it's just like that's not even a question if she danced good. And then we had Doja Cat. I don't know if they had like different. I don't know if there's different videos out there. The first time I watched it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, Doja Cat! Like she's hitting those notes. Like she sounds good." I was like, "She sounds great," and she looked great. I watched it yesterday. And she literally sounded like a dying cat. Like it was just horrible from beginning to end. And I'm like, what happened? Maybe I was just so happy because I watched it the night of that it premiered. And I don't know if I was just so happy because I was like, oh my gosh, the three people that are performing, like I love all three of them. Lisa, Doja Cat, and Ray. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Now that I think about it, Lisa, Doja Cat, and Ray. Those are the three that's in Born Again, the new K-pop song. And they all three of them perform back to back James Bond tribute songs. Whoa. Am I the first person to point that out? I think so, internet. But yeah, girl, we gotta work on those vocals before you come out with another. I don't know if she's gonna start doing singing now, maybe a pop album, back to pop. Let's work on the vocals. Love ya. Okay. And then last but not least, Ray. Oof. So Skyfall is I was supposed to say out of all of Doja Cat's song, out of all of Adele's music, out of every album, out of all of them, Skyfall is my favorite song from Adele. I love that song. I listen to it at least once a month. Ugh. If they were going to pull someone to do an Adele song, I'm glad they chose Ray. But something was just missing. Something was missing. Something was off. It wasn't giving. It wasn't giving. I love Ray, but it wasn't giving. Maybe I'm saying it like this. Maybe I feel like this because that is my favorite Adele song. So I'm just like, okay, no one can really touch this. But it wasn't giving. She did hold out a long note like she did at the Grammys again, which was great. Give it a 7 out of 10. 7. Yeah. I give it 7 out of 10. Because it is an Adele song and that is hard. But yeah. So that's y'all, I really did not think I was gonna have this much to talk about when it came to the Oscars. I was like, okay, this Oscar segment is gonna be so short because I don't know shit. I was like, I've literally watched like 3 of the movies out of the whole list. And so I'm like thinking like, okay, this is gonna be a really short segment, but we got our money's worth, y'all. Yeah, we got our money's worth with that. Okay. Okay, guys, that's all for today. I love you guys and thank y'all for tuning in every video. Thank you guys. Honestly, bottom of my heart, thank you. Even if there was no one tuning in, I'm still gonna make these videos because these are the things that I'd love to talk about. Like, ever since I was little, I'd love to talk about award shows, pop culture, music. Y'all know this already. And so it just means a lot to me that y'all are sticking around and just joining in on this conversation with me because, you know, if you weren't, I would just be talking to myself, which I already do. But now y'all get to see that. But anyway, love you guys. Until next time, subscribe, like, journal about me. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your friend, tell your brother, tell your sister. Share the news. Bye, guys.